What's up? Thank you, Andrew.
All right, welcome to Gen X Rated Tuesday edition. How we doing, guys?
You first, Bill. You're always first.
I'm good. I'm always first. I'm good.
Excellent. Also a sunny day in St. Louis, which is always nice. Gino?
Well, I'm all right. I just wanted to let you know I'm wearing my B. Arthur shirt today to honor her as a Marine because Tanqueray Pete wiped her clean from the Pentagon website. And I don't know, man. Whatever. So.
Well, they're busy causing trouble elsewhere. She was one of the first women Marines. Is that not correct?
Yeah, man, she's a total badass. So I don't know why she got wiped, other than the fact that she has a vagina.
That's about it.
She did fit the white criteria, just not the lady part.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm doing good. My mom informed me because she has been listening to the show that I've got it all wrong with the hot dog game. I should be eating Hebrew National all beef hot dogs.
She's got a point there.
That my asshole's 56 and it's just dumped all deli meats all together, and that's just playing it safe. And
that's true.
Just gonna load up on the red beans and the black beans, and I just those. There's too much colorectal cancer anyway, and a lot of it has to probably do with a lot of processed foods, including processed meats. So
absolutely right.
Sure.
I'm out. I'm done with hot dogs forever.
Oh, geez, don't say that, Gene. Here's B. Arthur, by the way, before and after.
Huh.
Total badass, total Marine, total liberal. That's probably the real reason she got booted.
Of course.
I mean,
dude,
they don't mind doing things out of spite.
I've heard people going on vacation, and I don't know if it's just Hispanic people or whatever, that are Americans that are literally saying, wipe your phone of any social media if you go out of the country, or buy a burner phone and don't take your real phone, because these motherfuckers will just plug it into something and suck the info. I don't know what's going on, but we're full-blown fascism. These people are completely incompetent. I've been paying attention to Black Twitter a little bit. They've kind of checked out because I don't think Black people have any interest in being the tip of this spear. White people and everybody else that voted for this guy at over 40% clip got us into this mess. And I think Black Twitter is just sitting around waiting for you people to understand that we're all in this shit together and get yourself out of your own mess. I'm not coming to your civil rights rescue this time. That's I think those days are gone. Y'all done fucked this up, and people are kind of irritated. So
I would agree.
I don't know how I feel about it. Again, I told you I want this shit to hit rock bottom. I want it the faster it hits rock bottom, and it seems like it is real fast when you see farmers putting upside down Trump flags.
Yeah.
In the fields that were avid Trump supporters for the last 15 years. It seems as though they got the memo, but is it too late? Because this guy's just going to cancel and bleed and starve things out. I heard Wells Fargo wants to take over the post office and privatize it.
Yes.
They're a bank, by the way. I don't know what they know about any of that stuff.
They know how to bleed it and make money. Did you ever see Goodfellas?
Yes.
Yeah, where Henry persuades that dude to turn over his restaurant to Polly, yeah.
Right.
That's exactly what they do. They run up the credit, they bleed it, and then they just fucking let it die and sell it off.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty
everything
much.
with private equity touches.
I mean, I'm doing well. Well, I'm just saying, I'm just doing well in the sense that I'm glad that a part of the Trump world woke up, but part of me goes, where you been? And don't get mad at me when I call you an idiot for being an idiot. You guys were stupid. We warned you, and
move on.
Yeah, we warned you. And all you groups all you disenfranchised or minority groups or people of color that voted for this guy in bigger numbers than Black people, because it was overwhelming. You Latinos voted at like 46%. Some of you Arabs in Michigan voted for this guy. Again, Black people have, from what I can tell, I don't speak for Black people, but I read Black Twitter. They have no interest in being the tip of the spear on this one. You motherfuckers figure this shit out and get back to us. Give us something in return. Maybe we join the party. Maybe we don't. And don't think just because we have Hakeem Jeffries or Jasmine Crockett or a few Black people in Congress, that's going to solve the problem. People are votes, and votes are lacking in the Democratic Party right now because they're screwing up so bad. And Chuck Schumer, retire, man. 10 ways to Sunday. You're too old for this job. You can't keep up. Claire McCaskill quit warning AOC about,
right?
being in part of the pecking order and falling in line and shit. That shit's not going to work anymore.
It's not.
People will burn this shit down before they are going to let you go back to the status quo. Status quo is done. Either way we talk about it, either we're going to fascism or we're going to start doing it the way liberals always wanted to do it, because that's what you guys really want to do anyway. You guys like getting nice things. However, for some reason, you want to own the libs too. It's ridiculous. We're tired of it. Be your own tip of the spear. Get your shit together and get back to us. I think that's how Black Twitter feels this weekend.
And you hit on a dozen topics here that could be brought up. This was the postal rally from Sunday. They're showing up. You got the mail carriers on one end. You got the administrators on the other end. They get it. They see. Today, DeJoy stepped down. Let me see where he is. So he's left. He upset Trump because he didn't get over 50% of the vote, even though they threw out a bunch of mail-in ballots.
Yeah.
So he'll be leaving today, and he'll be replaced by who knows what. And you're right. The Wells Fargo thing, they'll treat it like a hedge fund. They'll take anything profitable out of it. I had a conversation with my mail carrier today. Her point, much like we've been saying, is it's the person that's out in way out in rural America that they're delivering, as Uncle Bill said, their medicine, not just their mail type of thing. Mm-hmm. And your for profit is not going to come out there because you're at the bottom of that totem pole. They're not interested in taking care of you. So again, it is the USPS is something that's in our Constitution. It's in Amendment 1, Section 8. They employ a lot of disabled people of color, women. It's something that should be messed with. I'm sorry?
Veterans.
Yeah, thank you. Disabled veterans. I mean, I could go on. I'm a huge fan of the postal system. They're pushing in the wrong direction.
Well, they are. And one of the tenets of the Wells Fargo proposal was that it's written into the USPS that packages have to be delivered within 6 days.
Okay.
And they're like, that's unprofitable. That's got to go. Because they want to break it into mail and then packages. And they think they're going to make big profits off the package delivery. But you'll get it when you get it. Sit down and shut the fuck up. And oh, by the way, it's going to cost you. That's
and for the record, to your point, they already deliver parcels on Sunday for Amazon. Mm-hmm. The USPS is out there delivering parcels. I see my lady every day. Depending on the weather, we start with parcels, we start with letters, but you're getting everything at a good price because it's written in the good book. We should have it. It's like healthcare that we don't have, but it should be.
So it's a FAFO situation. The cities that have all the people of color and all the religions subsidize all these rural areas because you're not making a profit shipping your medicine, like you just said, out to you. Mm-hmm. And these people don't give a shit. So they're just going to make you wait for your insulin or your heart medication or whatever you're getting shipped out there because there are no hospital systems out there anymore. There's no small time doctors out there anymore. There's nothing out there. You guys literally bleed blue states to get services. And then you went and voted for these guys and now you're upset. Be your own tip of the spear. I don't know what to tell you, man. Yes, y'all did this shit to yourself for 100 years. Black people have been fighting civil rights for literally everybody. Do you get it yet? Do you get that the DEI beneficiary are white women? They're the number one beneficiary. Do you
understand? This guy, DEI.
Yeah, well, that DEI didn't earn it. As
look how happy he is. It's like they just announced the bar's open.
That guy's got a fucking needle with an IV, like a goddamn diabetes pump, pumping gin into his system 24/7. He's literally Tanqueray Pete. My God, frat boy, dumb as shit. Just because he puts product in his hair and slicks his hair back and can make little blonde hair, blue-eyed babies, all of a sudden he has any sort of credibility. He was a weekend news Fox host that fucking dipped himself in a fucking vat of champagne.
Yes, he did. And drank it.
He didn't come up right away. He started drinking it as fast as he can. Good. We made that guy defense secretary. And then that dummy went out and did what I'm sure Rob's going to talk about in a little bit. So,
by one vote was he confirmed, and that was Tillis in North Carolina. So let's not forget.
Good job, Tillis. You're a genius.
Way to go.
And never has as a presidential candidate won all swing states, all 7 swing states in this case. So I blame North Carolina still for letting this stuff go on. Yes, the leaks. They were using an app to have a group chat talking about bombing Yemen, who they were going to bomb, where they were going to bomb, how they were going to do it. And they accidentally, I think it was Michael Waltz, put a journalist, Jeffrey Goldberg, who's a journalist for the Atlantic magazine, which is
editor-in-chief, I believe.
Okay. Well, it's an amazing publication. They do a lot of deep dives, and he did the right thing. And he said, hey, I'm on this chain. I'm getting all this information. And he let the White House know right away. But of course, once it came to Trump, he's like, what? I didn't hear anything about this. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know nothing.
What were they talking about? And like WhatsApp and any of these apps, I mean, the Chinese and Russians are so advanced to us that you can't tell me that they weren't clued in to what's going on. And they probably just laugh about it. As you said, the one guy was at the Kremlin while this was happening.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy. The other aspects of that are that the messages were in invisible mode, so it goes away. Also illegal because we're supposed to be keeping archives and records of all this stuff that goes on. Overall, it was 18 ranking individuals discussing extremely sensitive material on this private messaging app. They did happen to name a CIA covert operative by name. Thank you, Gabby. Well done. And then when it comes back to Trump, he just says, it was some kind of glitch. They weren't really talking about anything. Again, just to confirm that, we've got, where's KK Caroline? Because she really put it into perspective by saying none of this really happened. So you can believe her and her stories. Nothing about, wartime activities or bombing, and none of that really happened. So
nothing to see here.
Exactly.
Oh, and by the way, Michael Jackson's estate wants his face back.
Nice, Billy. I will say this, though. Hillary, her server, her email, scrubbing servers.
Lock her up. Lock her up, man.
This app that they used is not something that can be downloaded on a government phone. It is just not allowed. So these people use their own unsecured phones to do all this. And this is really, really bad. And I would say this. If a Democrat had done this, or several Democrats, the party would have forced them to resign, much like Al Franken.
Benghazi.
Benghazi.
Benghazi. Fucking idiots, Benghazi. Ask an idiot about Benghazi and ask him besides Ambassador Stevens, who died, who were the other 3 names, and they'll be like, Benghazi. And then it was Fast and Furious. These idiots will make a mountain out of a molehill. The littlest things happen in giant governments all the time. And these people make giant, big shit sandwiches out of it whenever a Democrat does it. And then they do something so fucking egregious that every general, every former defense secretary, every human being that's ever had a security clearance is like, holy shit, these people are morons. And they're brushing it off like, what are you talking about? It's the reporter's fault. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's no big deal. We weren't fighting a war on Signal. These ignorant idiots don't even know who owns Signal. I'm serious. Get your shit together, America. I'm sick of being smarter than you. I'm not even that goddamn smart. It's so dumb that you have this willful ignorance. You put a 12-year-old as your press secretary, and my God, she looks like a 12-year-old up there. And we're taking this shit seriously. And then they just sit there and lie when they're under oath testifying. They just lie.
Or just pretend they can't remember, or they don't know what you're talking about. Like Tulsi Gabbard.
Barack Obama celebrating the ACA, the 15th anniversary yesterday. Shut the fuck up, man. Nobody has time for that shit anymore. My God, dude. I'm just saying, it's very, I said a lot of F words before I started the show, so I wouldn't say so many today. And I'm sure I'm already over Lois Miller's limit for the day. She's probably pretty pissed at me. But you people are morons, and I'm tired of sugarcoating your idiocy. You are taking things from yourself just to not give them to a certain demographic, and that makes you idiots, because that demographic got you everything you had, especially if you're a person of color and you're not black, especially if you're a white woman, especially if you're a single mom with kids. And you people are just stupid. And people like me are just goddamn fucking done with it, dude. I've just had it with this bullshit today. And this is a big deal what these fucking idiots did. This guy's a fucking Tanqueray drunk, and nobody wants to say shit about it because reporters are afraid, and they're giving this guy money and lawsuits and all sorts of crap. You guys are going to lose your country faster than shit. I'm just saying, if you don't get your shit together.
Dude, I suspect it's already gone.
I'm retired. I'm fucking out of here with my wife, and we're on a beach somewhere if you don't get your shit together. I don't mean to lecture you today, but I'm sick of this idiocy. It's really gotten to me today how stupid you people can be. These people were doing war plans on Signal, and I'm literally hearing crickets over this shit.
Well, and there were 8 of them, and not one of them said, you know what, this is really a bad idea. Not one.
That's what I'm saying. You're all
J.D.
idiots
Vance was
for
on that. The vice president was on that, and nobody expects anything out of that guy.
Couldn't vote for an Asian Miller,
Waltz,
ridiculous.
Yeah. All the higher ups really dropped the ball on this, and then
they did. They'll probably throw somebody overboard. I'm not sure who.
It has to be Hexteth. He's got to go, man. Sorry, he has to go.
He's completely.
He's an idiot, and he's a drunk. I mean, does any reporter even ask him if he quit drinking? It's such a basic fucking question when you're an alcoholic, and everybody knows the guy's an alcoholic. Ask him if he still drinks. Ask him every day. Did you drink today? Every single day, this guy is in charge of our defense. Someone should be asking this idiot if he's on Tanqueray or Beef Eaters, or if he just drinks that Rockwell fucking shit. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, but no one's asked him shit. Or did he switch to opioids? Is Ronnie Jackson his new doctor? People need to know, man. Shit.
Dr. Ronnie.
So instead of people hearing it from our leadership, we hear about these distractions. This is the Colorado State Capitol, and this was actually hung in 2019. The GOP in Colorado did a group GoFundMe, I'm sorry, and they raised enough money to have, who was it? The artist was Sarah Boardman, and she did it as a likeness to Trump. This wasn't some Democratic thing. It was paid for through the GOP.
Of course it was.
It was during his first term.
Make him look good.
He was pissed and very upset with the Colorado Republicans. So
not orange enough.
The GOP today decided to remove it because he doesn't like it. And that's really what he was concerned about. Nothing else happening. They talked to Trump, and he said, we've had 2 perfect months. Let me put this photo up of the 2 perfect months, because it's a little shocking that we've had this. I mean, look at that face. So in his 2 perfect months, we've had planes falling from the sky, grocery prices soaring, job losses, measles,
job losses,
threats to Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. But the real problem is that portrait in the state capitol. And this is what he's yelling about.
Don't forget,
that should be the one hanging in the state capitol.
Had nothing but empty chairs at town halls for Republicans. So if it's going so well, why aren't they showing up to their own events?
They're afraid.
Yeah, because people are showing up. People are definitely showing up.
Oh, I know the people are showing up, but Daryl Ice isn't showing up. That little criminal.
Yeah, that fucking guy.
And they screamed tax the rich in this very Republican district. They're screaming tax the rich at the empty chair, Daryl Ice. So you guys are you're cooked, but how much damage are you gonna do? Because Democrats move slow, man. Here's my biggest fear about Democrats.
Yes, go ahead.
We win this shit back, and we've gone 40 steps back, and they will take us a step or two it'll take us 40, 50 years to just get back to where I was in fucking high school or something.
Well,
I don't have time for that shit anymore. Go ahead.
Here's
Bill.
the thing, though. If the Democrats do take it back, it's going to be because of younger and more realistic leadership. It's not going to be because of the Schumers and the Pelosi's. They're not going to take it back.
It's going to be diverse, too. It ain't going to be white guys. Yeah. White guys only wrecking the whole fucking thing, Joe Manchin.
Yeah, well, so when they do finally take it back, it's going to be because of a diverse, younger group of people who understand the situation and are more left-leaning. Let's just say, because they can relate to the working people, they can relate to what people need, what people want. I mean, and they understand that it's a class war.
So I'm going to put up Kat. This is Kat.
Kat's awesome.
She's a TikTok Palestinian influencer, and she's going to be running for. She's going to primary against the Jan Schakowsky
in Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
Yes, this is the 9th district, Illinois. They've had two heads of it, two Congress people in 65 years. The person in there now is in her 14th term.
And there's since 98.
And she's a little bit out of touch. I'm not saying she didn't do a good job, but this young lady is going to come out and she's going to primary this lady. I'm not saying she hasn't done a good job. What I'm saying is it's time to move on.
It's over. It's time to fucking go. And by the way, speaking of Gen X, since we are Gen X rated, realize something. When I spew my anger or Bill gets mad, because Rob's always reserved. He's always in dad mode. He's always such a good listener. But here's the thing, dude. John F. Kennedy Jr., President of the United States at 43 fucking years old. Bill Clinton, President of the United States at 47 years old. Gen X has never even had a shot at that shit until that booger-eating fucking Ron DeSantis ran, and he got his ass kicked by that boomer so hard because it's a boomer. We live in a boomer world. Seriously, and I know Bill wanted to put Kamala in our group, but she's not. She's a boomer, boy. I'm just
technically, yeah.
So, yeah, we got bypassed. The silver generation, Biden's generation got bypassed until Biden got elected. Who needs that shit? I don't want an 80-year-old Gen Xer someday to be president just to say I had a Gen X president. We need to get younger. I support young. And every single one of these Democrats needs 2 or 3 people running against them so we actually pull out all of their issues. These people hide behind such bullshit. I want to hear everybody's opinion about everything before I make my decisions. I'm not voting for
go boots.
So I'm going to put up Ron DeSantis. You mentioned him, so I'm going to run with it. Florida is losing so many undocumented workers that they're going to revisit their child labor laws. So he thought it was I'll just go through the list here. But if you're 14 years old, you will be allowed to work overnight shift, which I think is kind of important, even on school days, because the priority is production. It used to be you couldn't work until after 6:30 in the morning, and you couldn't work later than 11 p.m. But we can look past that. And it sounds ridiculous, but last year they started with homeschooled kids. If you were 16 to 17, you could work any time of day. I mean, you seem old enough. You're over 16. You're homeschooled. What else are you doing?
You're not learning anything anyway.
Giving you that 20-minute lesson. And
guess who won't be working these jobs?
White kids.
No, white kids will be working these jobs because Trump got rid of special status for Cubans, Haitians, Ecuadorians. He got rid of all the special status. So they'll be just shipping all these Cubans and shit back, and all these Haitians and all these people back. What 13-year-olds are left to do the job?
Well, and last year they already took the this was from last year's bill where they allowed 16 to 17-year-olds could work any time of day. The new bill will drop that to 14 to 15-year-olds, which seems reasonable. Also, if you're 16 to 17, this was in last year's bill that they had passed. No breaks. If you're 16 to 17, you don't need a break. What are you taking a break for?
How much trouble would the 14-year-old version of any of us? Well, I got to work overnight, Ma. I got the overnight shift. I'll see you in the morning. Not really going to work. Just going out to.
It's going to happen to your kids too, because you guys decided to vote for a pussy grabbing rapist who hired nothing but the worst people. I mean, literally, dude. I'm still trying to figure out how Dana White got away with Dana White. I literally watched him on ESPN slap his wife and not get canceled. Literally didn't even miss a beat. Just like she kind of deserved it. She was kind of lipping off.
Because he's white.
God, you people, you fucking Americans, you just hire them. You lounge around with the worst people, and then you hyper focus on people that have zero power and go, they're terrible people. Let's cancel them. Quit canceling. And like Bill said, no one can get canceled. It's our choice.
It's free market.
It's capitalism. It's a free market. If we want to get rid of you, we get rid of you. It's as simple as that. But we gotta stop worshiping the worst of the worst. It just makes us look terrible, and
really bad.
Yeah.
So obviously, they're still taking people off the streets and just taking them wherever they feel like it. Here's the inside of that airplane, and these guys look like anybody I could have seen anywhere. I don't know that they were all gang members and terrorists. I mean, they sure can't really.
The government doesn't know either, and the government doesn't care.
The government doesn't care.
Hey, can I stop you right there?
Yes.
Since they're taking people over.
Yes.
This is where I want to criticize some former Republicans. Tim Miller, he's a gay guy that was in the Republican Party during the worst of Reagan, the worst of Bush, when they were shit sandwiches, racist, anti-black as can be. And this dude is freaking the fuck out because this poor gay hairstylist or makeup artist or something got detained and got sent over there, and he's going to get tortured, and he's going to get fucked up because he's an obvious gay guy. Tim Miller's a gay guy too. This is the only guy I've ever heard Tim Miller advocate for. And let me tell you something, Tim Miller. Why am I supposed to give a fuck about this guy any more than anybody else? I'm tired of people being single issue. This guy is going to have a terrible go over it. There's other people that have gotten snatched up too. And where were you when all the blacks were getting snatched up, or the CIA threw crack into fucking black neighborhoods? I'm tired of you fucking former Republicans. I don't care if you're Michael Steele, Adam Kinzinger going, 10 years from now, our kids are going to think this is the stupidest administration or the stupidest thing that ever happened during this period of Trump. Bitch, you voted for Trump 91% of the time. You're the fucking problem. You fucking didn't let them go after Bush when he committed all sorts of war crimes and stole all sorts of money. Where's my $3 billion from the Iraq war? You killed 1 million people. You're the problem. I'm tired of you people too coming on TV going, oh my God, pour this, pour that. Yeah, it's terrible this gay guy got snatched up. But it ain't only about that, Tim Miller. It's cute that they pull you on just for that one thing. And people like me are tired of that shit because black people have been going through some shit for 100 years and I didn't hear a fucking word out of your mouth. And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to be concerned about one gay guy. Y'all need to stop that shit. Get the fucking line and realize who brought you here. And it's the civil rights of black. I'm all over it, dude. The one thing these idiots are making me do at least is study my history. Read how many roadblocks were put up by the first 6 black millionaires in this country and how it was all just state-sanctioned racism, but somehow they still made it. Nobody has been shit on in this country, specifically this country, like black people, like American descendants of slaves. And people need to start realizing that shit and also realizing the simple fact of the matter is you motherfuckers aren't going anywhere without us. And we're not going anywhere. So what are you going to do about it? Because we're not going to go out there for Tangeray Pete to shoot us in the streets. There's not going to be a bunch of Black Lives protests and shit. Your asses are going to have to get out there on the streets if you don't want fascism. It's fucking simple.
You're
Sorry,
right.
Getting worked up today, but I'm sick of this bullshit.
Well, it's coming to that point because you have a leader. We see this stuff and the American public says, hey, we have due process. And they say, how could we possibly have due process for all these people? And they're the worst people. So Trump claims when the judge pushed on this that he was supposed to answer by 10 a.m. and then they blew that off and they made it through the weekend. He now says that he's claiming state secrets on details of mass deportation, right? Complete and absolute authority to remove designated terrorists that he designates as terrorists. Anybody. Could be anybody.
It could be anybody. Yeah. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like a movie villain. He looks like the guy from
He's very angry.
Lethal Weapon 2. Diplomatic immunity. That fucking guy. He looks just like him. Those little pig eyes and that giant ham head.
The Kruger on Kefalava diplomatic immunity until you took that bullet in your head. And oh, by the way, if we're gonna pardon all these fucking arch criminals that are gonna do all this violence against us eventually. When they end up in The Hague, I want to be the one to mail them the cyanide pills. Fuck all you motherfuckers. I'm
Through
tired.
the USPS, I
I ain't
hope.
going full Nazi for anybody. Fuck you, fascist pigs. They fought World War II to stop pigs like you, and then you're just sucking up to Putin and getting your ass kicked by China and on fucking WhatsApp fucking declaring World War III like a bunch of fucking morons. It's infuriating. As an American in general, it's really infuriating.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, and let me put up our Attorney General, because this is kind of interesting. Where is she? There she is. Oh my gosh. Always about Trump, but again, instead of saying, hey, nobody's above the law, of course she feels like counsel for the White House along with herself are the law. But she's out there yelling at Jasmine Crockett that she needs to apologize to Texas and Tesla shareholders because she made comments about Musk.
A full-throated apology?
Well, she didn't say full-throated, but maybe that's next. But I feel like this guy's trying to take over as a dictator, and she's getting lost in the woods going after Jasmine Crockett. Her job,
you know what? She better watch who she's picking fights with, because Jasmine Crockett will kick her ass.
Yeah.
And not only that, she also needs to pick a fight with Alabama, South Carolina, Louisiana, New Mexico, West Virginia, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, Connecticut, Michigan, Virginia, because you can't buy a Tesla in any of those states legally.
Yeah.
You have to buy them out of state and then pick them up out of state and then come back and go through all sorts of weird paperwork because they don't want Teslas in their state. So she needs to go after all those people too. I actually own a Tesla, so she's going to leave me the fuck alone. I mean, she's going to record everything I say in my fucking dash cam, but she's going to leave me alone.
Same with Alexa in my house. It's the same idea.
Yeah. Why don't those Teslas, if they're so great, why don't they come with self-sealing tires, or at least a spare? Riddle me that.
Or a map that says stay the fuck out of Kentucky. You know,
I'm just saying.
For sure.
But I'm just, you know, she's going to go after us, but you need to go after these states too. I mean, someone will bring that up in court. How come you're not going after all these states that discriminate against Elon Musk because they hate electric vehicles and they hate Elon?
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, they're shitting on Elon, but all of a sudden, Elon's their boy. Ain't nobody from the South going to buy an electric car, dude. They're all buying
that's a good point.
So,
well, meanwhile, we have a cabinet meeting today, and people are asking silly questions about, again, with the distractions, but they're asking about harvesting baby organs. You know, it's something that's gone on for many years. We're going to look into it seriously.
What?
Baby organ harvesting? What are we even talking about?
Can I say something? Can I interject since I'm so fucking Black Panther today? If you want to talk about baby harvesting, go find a book called Without Sanctuary that two guys put together. It's a coffee table book.
Without Sanctuary?
Yeah, Without Sanctuary. You don't want to look at it, Rob, right now because you might vomit. It's an American history of white people, just a picture book, hanging Black people, and then barbecuing them.
Oh my God.
And then holding their body parts up and acting like they're eating it. So when these fucking idiots want to talk about that shit, it really happened, but it happened against Black people. And we're not going to tolerate this bullshit anymore. Because one thing we're going to do is we're going to learn everything about our history, and we're going to tell you about it because you're full of shit when you talk about baby parts and shit. You really did that shit to us, and I got other shit I've been reading too. So don't even fucking get me started with your baby parts bullshit, you dumbass cracker motherfuckers. I'm in no fucking mood today. And yes, I can say that I'm half Dutch. Fuck all y'all.
Well,
I'm just saying, dude, there's some disgusting, savage bullshit that went on in this country that we never fucking ever. You want to talk about a fucking Holocaust? Holy shit. I've got some Holocaust for you, but you guys don't want to fucking muddy up your beautiful eyes with that, do you? Motherfuckers. Yeah. It drives me fucking crazy, and I'm not even going to fucking tolerate this bullshit anymore. Learn your fucking American history. Know that it happened. Know that fucking just because we're moving on from it doesn't mean we get over it. I'm never going to get over this shit you motherfuckers did, but I move on with my fucking life. Understand what the fuck that means and show some fucking respect, or you will live in Nazi Germany run by this fat ass rapist and his gang of idiots. I mean, it's just that simple. You're going to have to get your shit together. You're going to have to give Black people equality, nice things, pass laws to protect them. You're so hyper-focused on passing everything to protect Israel, you overlook your own fucking atrocities. It's fucking moronic. And we're sick of it. And we're not here to protect your little fucking beautiful children's eyes because they had nothing to do with it. We all played a part in it. I'm half fucking white, for fuck's sake. I'm not fucking absolving my part in that shit too, but half of me came from fucking slavery. And I'm going to talk about that shit too. I'm going to talk about all of me. And this is what you people don't want to fucking hear. You just want to fucking whitewash fucking history, roller paint our fucking history, and tell us little fucking snippets. But meanwhile, tell us the other side, the KKK. You got to tell us both sides of the story if you want to do that.
Yeah, love that.
Fuck you people. You're idiots. And you're going to fucking burn in fascism if you don't get your shit together. And I'll probably never rant like this on a podcast again. But I've read so much disgusting fucking history on this fucking country because I'm so sick of them fucking whitewashing it that I broke my F rule and I will I'm $100. But I mean, dude, grow the fuck up and Google some shit. Quit acting like this shit didn't happen.
Well, it'd be one thing if it was going to be, we'll move on, whitewash it, and then kumbaya that everybody's equal and we're going to take care of people. But we're not doing that either. To start with, consumer confidence plummeted in February, 7.2%. People are not feeling good about the economy. I didn't even know people still went to the mall, frankly.
Yeah.
But here's a couple. Excuse
all
me.
hoodies are 50% off, though.
So obviously, consumer confidence may lead to stagflation. So if you think it's bad now, wait till you take the financials into account. Without Social Security, 38% of seniors would be in poverty. And now we're going to delay for them to get their checks and stuff. It's unconscionable.
Well, and again, it's their money. This isn't a handout. This is not an entitlement. This is their money.
We're delaying their money.
Yeah, and that's bullshit.
Correct.
That is outrageous.
Well, and it goes on because the Department of Agriculture, they're cutting $500 million worth of food deliveries, which they're delivered to food banks. I mean, let's not pretend that it's not disruptive to people's lives daily, people that actually want to eat every day. No more handouts. And what you're going to find is, as Gene says week after week, it's not people of color that are at the teat here. It's a lot of single moms. It's a lot of white women. It's a lot of white people. It's not the welfare queen from Chicago. I mean, that's a little dated. Reagan struck gold with that one.
Yeah, he did.
But it's not a thing.
It's not a thing. It's never been a thing.
No, it has not. So we always say less doom scrolling and a little bit more work in your own neighborhood. I'm seeing more and more of my neighbors coming out and having opinions about this stuff. It's not like, oh, I better not talk about this, because it's happening in real time and people are feeling it. So now's the best time to talk about it and get it out there.
It needs, and one of the things that developing autocracies thrive on is self-censorship. Oh, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not going to say anything. Make them make you stop. Make them. Don't just shut yourself down. Don't censor yourself. Talk to people. Express yourself, because that's what they count on. They want you to be afraid.
You're right. And it is getting scary out there, to be honest.
It's getting really scary. It really is. And, dude, it's later than a lot of people think. And the longer the Democrats just fucking sit on their hands and, clutch their pearls and say, oh, this is bad, led by a bunch of fossils, step aside. Let the people that get it lead.
Yeah.
Because damn well, if these hearings were being held, like we were saying, like Gene was saying, if that was a Democrat that pulled this shit, somebody would have been hung. There would have been a public hanging. These people would have stood on a desk and demanded it, because they know how to, they know theatrics. They know how to create a spectacle. They know how to throw a tantrum, and the Democrats need to get behind that. They need to do that.
Let's take it away from the Democrat Republican thing and just go to people in general, the haves and the have-nots. The have-nots need to get it together.
But I'm just saying, right now, the only chance is you need a functioning and a strong opposition, and it's just it's not there. Nancy Pelosi telling AOC to let the elders take the lead. Really, Chuck Schumer?
No, thank you.
Who you voted to keep the government alive because they send a lot of money to Israel.
You're probably
right.
So
you should retire and move there, because that's really your number one concern, and it's disturbing.
It really is.
And any blacks in the GOP that are still there, Byron Donald, whatever. Mia Love just died, the first black congresswoman ever elected Republican from Utah.
I saw 49.
Yeah, she wasn't a Trump fan. I believe she had brain cancer or some shit.
Yeah,
but she was a full-fledged Mormon Republican, and that token didn't even get mentioned the last 3 or 4 days. And she's been dead for what, a week? She didn't even get mentioned. They don't give a fuck about you. Why the fuck? The only reason you're in their party is to fucking grift, to be a fucking pseudo rock star. It's coonish. Go talk to Willie D on YouTube. He played 2 versions of Coon, and insert your name in there because you're fucking idiots. These people don't fucking care about you. I hope you can grift enough millions to make it worth your while. Otherwise, you're just a footnote in history, Mia Love. No one gives a shit, especially me, a black Mormon Republican. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck that you're dead. Every vote you made was against fucking people of color. It's shameful.
Yeah,
so,
no, you're absolutely right.
That's pathetic.
I just wanted to swing back.
I hope your family can move on from the shit. But me, I'm over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Clearly, Trump was too. I just wanted to circle back to the consumer confidence. It hasn't been this low since January 2021. Again, I think we were struggling as a nation at that point, if you do recall, with COVID, et cetera. So that says a lot for the greatest 2 months we've ever had in the history of our country.
The greatest.
To that.
The greatest.
Now, Gene did send me a quote about Doge making all these cuts and shrinking the government. And I just wanted to put it in perspective. So they forced out of government about 200,000 people were either fired or pushed into retirement, however you want to phrase it. But the net savings from those 200,000 people that are no longer working by choice or not, mainly or not, all that money saved is 1 day of interest payment on our debt. 1 day. Again, anybody that's has a credit card or financed a car, you're paying on the interest. You're not touching the principal, and that just continues to grow. And that's 1 day, but you've ruined the livelihood of 200,000 people and their families because Doge just went in there. And I think we've all seen recently. You would think the way the Republicans talk about it, that these big balls and his buddies go in there and that they're respectful to the workers, but they're really not. They go into these agencies and they treat people like garbage. And I saw one particular video where they were questioning whether the woman was going to go take a break. Once they showed up, is it time for you to take a break? And they're extremely disrespectful to people they don't even know as they go in there. And, he gave me a funny look or whatever. Oh, you're fired. It's no way to run a government. It's not how we were raised, that you can have somebody come in and you do a good job based on merit, as they talk about. And then fire people just because it's going to be tax cuts for the 0.1%.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even pay Elon's ketamine bill for a week. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Elon takes a lot of ketamine, allegedly.
Takes a lot of ketamine.
A lot of ketamine.
It kind of seems that way.
Doesn't need it, just takes it. That's okay.
Well, I don't know. Again, people are going to have to kind of stay focused. I know it's aggravating, irritating, upsetting, but you still have to pay attention to what's happening. We are drifting into authoritarian. Trump's really not all there. He's had a lot of distractions, shall we say. He's worried about the golf championship for next year. Meanwhile, our planet's on fire. So it's you're going to have to keep diving, keep looking for independent sources, as we say. Check your sources, and also reach out in your local neighborhood. As Uncle Bill and I talked about earlier, if things go south, if we do have issues as a nation, where are you going? I'm not driving to Ohio to see Gene. I need to take care of the business in my own backyard. So I better know who's in my backyard. And we got to kind of find some common ground to be able to overcome this, because it's coming fast. And as you guys both point out, it's not really about us anymore. So we need to kind of get together on this.
He's taking your guns, by the way, when the shit hits the fan and he hits some fucking 1762 fucking law or some crazy shit. He's taking your fucking muskets, motherfucker. Enjoy that shit. You voted for the dude that's literally going to take your guns because you're stupid. That's my theme today, stupidity.
I think you're right. And sometimes that's lack of education. Sometimes that's lack of care. And sometimes just not paying attention.
Yeah,
but
willful
he's going to
ignorance.
take your pew-pews. He's going to take your pew-pews. You going to blame that on? What are you going to do? Blame that on Goldberg, the reporter, too, when he takes your guns, motherfuckers? Who are you going to blame it on then?
Obama.
Guns. And dude, I own guns, but I'm flexible. I fucking hate guns. If he takes them all, then there's no more guns. I mean, you get back to fist fights, motherfuckers. Other than that, he's going to take your guns. The one you love, the orange, and he doesn't even like guns, for God's sakes. When have you ever seen this idiot shoot a gun? My God, you made so much fun of Obama because he shoots a shotgun left-handed. At least he was shooting the fucking thing.
At least you knew which end the bullet came out of.
So, I mean, other than Kristi Noem killing puppies, these people aren't even gun people. I mean, Hegseth is a Nazi, but he'd probably rather use, I don't know, he'd probably up close and personal,
I guess.
A German Shiv or something German from World War II era, I'm sure.
A gas chamber?
Psycho. I mean, anybody that has those kind of tattoos. Can you imagine if the last defense secretary had like a black fist on his chest, tattooed on his chest, or some Black Panther shit or some shit? How crazy fucking white people would go. This guy has obvious Nazi memorabilia all over his fucking body, and nobody says shit about it. It's just
not 2 words.
Wake the fuck up before it's too late. But when he takes your guns, it's definitely too late. That's my trigger point. That's when I know you guys are done. When he makes some excuse to start taking certain people's guns, he's gonna take everybody's fucking gun.
Well, and to your point on the picking and choosing, I'm going to add Tulsa up here. I mean, it wasn't even a month ago. Actually, it was a month ago today that she fired more than 100 intelligence officers because they were messaging using a chat tool. Which does that sound familiar? Maybe it wasn't.
Very.
Where have I heard that before?
100 people fired because of something you did, and now we're not going to fire anybody. I mean, that Walls guy who put the journalist in the group chat should be fired. And Hegseth, he's overmatched, and his response was typical Trump, where he just said, "Hey, this guy's a terrible person. He's been hateful for years," and he almost got angry with the reporter, like he needed a drink or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yep.
Yeah, it's dude, it's bizarre. It's shit you never would have thought would have happened.
Not in our
here we are.
I'm completely shocked.
And they're just cruel, man. They're just fucking cruel. Because I was reading, Melissa sent me some shit today about Republicans. Under Ohio laws, teens in crisis can get 6 mental health sessions without parental consent. Guess what Republicans want to do?
What?
Take that shit away.
Of course they do.
Of course.
And every mental health expert goes, that's crucial. It's rarely even used, but it's crucial to their mental health if they're having a crisis to have that tool. And the Republicans are like, we know better. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. A bunch of frat boys going, we know. We know. You don't know, but we know. Are you guys tired of that? They're no smarter than you. And by the way, when they shit on Ivy League liberals, all these motherfuckers are classmates with these Ivy League liberals. They all want the Ivy League schools too, but they're not geniuses. And they're playing you, and they're grifting you, and they're making money off of you. But you guys want to get upset about the 6 NCAA players that may be trans or may not be trans, or talk about. I mean, seriously, dude, stop. Or auto pens. You guys talk about the dumbest shit. Auto pens. You want to talk about auto pens for a week? Really? You don't want to talk about your health care? You're dumb. You're dumb. And again, from what I can see from Black Twitter, there's no guarantee of this, but literally, we're setting this up. Don't. You're not going to see us. They had that huge vet march that they don't even cover in the mainstream media, but they were all vets. You're just not going to see BLM. You're not going to see all these people out there. They're going to sit there and let you guys figure some shit out.
Well, and they removed brick by brick Black Lives Matter in DC. I mean, come on.
Right.
It's a slap in the face repeatedly.
It is a slap in the face, and it's very irritating when these frat boys go out and compromise our national security, and I don't hear a whisper from Chuck Schumer because his giant prostate doesn't have the energy to process all this and come out guns a-blazing. They're too old. They need to step the fuck aside. We need a younger generation. For God's sakes, Gen X hasn't even had a president yet. Boomers went and just done bypassed our asses and put a silver generation motherfucker in there. And then they put another boomer in, an old ass boomer who's going to be in his 80s when he drops dead. in the middle of the White House in the next year or two because
And
the
what's
guy's
their
like
concern?
poor
Their
health.
concern is getting him a third term. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Well, Ronnie Jackson better fucking pump him up with some good shit then, because that guy is fading. He's dragging his right foot. He's mumbling. He doesn't know a damn thing about tech. He's getting overwhelmed by these youngsters that are just fleecing him blind. Don Jr. I thought Don Jr. and Eric would have their like kind of look out for their dad, sort of like Jared and the other one. Nope, Don Jr.'s building some empire so he can be a billionaire. So he's grifting left and right. Eric's doing the same.
He's supporting his wife's
plastic
music
surgery,
career.
his wife's singing career. Yeah, I know. Don't be surprised if you see Lara Trump at the Kennedy Center one day giving a concert of cover songs that nobody wants her to sing.
Oh my God.
My God, dude, it's so pathetic.
Well,
yeah,
I hope the ghost of Tom Petty
man.
appears and just slaps her silly if that happens.
This is where we are, and I'm here for it. And oh, by the way, just some quick stats before we get to some happy stuff.
Please do.
Obama, President Obama, 15-year anniversary of the ACA. 20% of the claims get denied in the ACA, and it's getting worse. And it costs $26,000 a year per family for premiums.
Dude,
knock your shit off with the fucking ACA. I'm tired of your bullshit too. Just fucking go away. We know who pays you. It's irritating. I'm sick of Democrats. I'm sick of boomers. I'm sick of you motherfuckers. I want new blood. I want new parties. I want people to form coalitions, and you have to pull me in because you're going to do stuff for me, not because you have some fucking D behind your name. Those days are fucking over, and I know Rob hates to talk Republican, Democrat, but until you do right by me, nothing good's going to happen to you. I think that's from The Color Purple. So, I'm just saying, man. Didn't Whoopi say that to Danny Glover's on? Until you do right by me, nothing good is going to happen in your life. And Danny Glover turned into a Pete Hegseth gin drunk and lost his farm, and everybody left him. And this is what you're looking forward to, because black people built this country brick by brick, even though you're taking it apart brick by brick in Washington, D.C., and going to turn it into the District of America or some dumb shit. And we're going to waste a week talking about that instead of healthcare,
America land,
for our democracy. And I've had enough of I'm an old ass man, dude. I'm ready to go to the beach and watch Rosen have me put carpet tiles down in my hacienda there and do yoga next to me while me and Melissa fight on technique.
Listen, again, distractions, contradictions. They're just trying to confuse everybody. And they have enough support there where you have Crenshaw coming out and saying, oh, none of that mattered. They weren't talking about any kind of secrets. Whereas, what's his name?
A special forces operator that had a security clearance. Yeah, no big deal. You're full of shit, Crenshaw, and the money's making you stupid. Quit insider trading. It just all becomes about money for these idiots at some point. Well, he loves his job because he makes lots of money now.
And Goldberg was on the chat. He said they were indeed talking about all of this. Everybody was aware of it. So to lie, what else is new, right? But they are asking for resignations of Hegseth and Mike Waltz. You know it won't happen because Trump can't let that happen. But the reality is these guys really messed up bigly.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing. You don't ask for resignations. You demand it. You stand on your fucking desk and you demand it. Are you fucking kidding me? Especially the one dude was, like you said, in the Kremlin.
Yeah, while he's getting these texts. I mean, the memes were great watching Putin is like, hold on, I'm getting a text.
You won't believe what they're doing now, comrades.
And for the record, yes, China and Russia, absolutely, their intelligence should be all over those unsecured things. I was talking to Cole's friend, and he mentioned that even at Boeing, they have certain rooms you have to go to. You have to be on a secure line and a secure facility. You just don't do it walking out wherever the heck you might be. It's just not how it's done. And to have 18 people that are so high in our government really screw the pooch on that, mind-blowing. And it just concerns you for national security. I mean, in our lifetime, again, yes, Star Wars, yes, the Russians are bad, but this has been a slow slide into what these billionaires actually want now. And now we're at the tipping point. This is it. There's no, hey, let's wait 2 years for the next election cycle. It's, again, not R&D. This is about us, haves, have-nots. And they're going to try and bury us if they can. And it starts with taking away your rights. It comes with firing you so you have no income. And then you're desperate for the government to help you. Now I'll pretty much do anything. Can I turn in my neighbor? I mean, Missouri already has bounties for pregnant women that might try and leave the state, and then bounties for people that are of any color. It doesn't matter. As long as you don't look like me, I might turn you in because, hey, I don't get a slap on the wrist for even being wrong. They just take you, and I get paid.
Yeah, the state is so fucked up.
It's a mess. Part of my happy ending, though, is going to show you how St. Louis is doing their part. But any more raging on statistics? I mean, I felt like you, Gene. It was just too much. It's all encompassing, and the distractions when I'm trying to decipher through what's actually newsable sources that will affect us. I'm getting baby organ harvesting. Like, what are we talking about here? Honest to God.
Baby fish breath.
You want to see that shit? I got a book for you, white people, but it has nothing to do with fucking today.
I don't, and I won't be putting that.
Shame on you guys for even entertaining that bullshit.
Dude, they used. I watched a documentary.
They
They used to make postcards of that. All these yokels would gather around and watch a lynching, and they would make postcards and send them out. And it's just disgusting.
Well, I found the fucking barbecuing part, putting them on spits and slowly dehydrating them, especially fucking disturbing because that's
horrific.
You guys think that's fucking superior? I mean,
I know they did that to one guy in Omaha.
Oh yeah, that's Malcolm X is from Omaha. They killed his father. So yeah, I know, man. It's just one of those things. I'm curious, man. When capitalism collapses, all you dummies that voted for this orange pussy grabber, who are you gonna blame? I mean,
Biden, Obama,
okay,
Hillary. I'm
fine by that. Enjoy America. Enjoy America.
America.
It is what it is at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get. I respect your without sanctuary, but I am going to put this up because to Uncle Bill's point, I mean, look how gleeful some of these people are. I mean, the one guy on the left is all smiles over here because I guess his girlfriend's getting excited by this. The other guy's got a Hitler mustache.
Girlfriend / sister.
Probably. And I'm not going to show you the grotesqueness of what happened, but who comes out for this? Why would you even bother coming out for that? It's ridiculous and offensive.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not getting anything for it, by the way. And the last thing I'll say on the negative before we get to our happy ending, 1789, French Revolution. They were in a caste system called estates. 3 estates. Clergy was 1% of it. Taxes.
They didn't pay taxes. Go ahead.
Nobility.
Didn't pay taxes.
They
Go
didn't
ahead.
pay taxes. Everybody else, they had a council. They got together and they said, hey, man, we got to tax all you poor people to pay for all this debt we acquired from all these wars the king had. And they went ape shit.
Keep in mind, the king wanted more. That's why he wanted to start taxing more because he needed more stuff.
Yeah, we're going to have some sort of revolution. What kind of revolution is it going to be? So that's a warning to oligarchs. We need to start taxing you. You guys need to start voluntarily wanting to pay that tax.
For sure.
Because we're not just going to eat cake. And oh, by the way, cake isn't Pillsbury, motherfucker. Cake is the fucking gross dough that fell off the bakery shit into the coals. And it's called cake. That's the shit they
cake.
Again, like my frenemy said, you can Google me. Before that, I was a genius. Now I'm just a fucking liar. You can always Google me on that shit. But I believe that's what cake was. It wasn't cake.
No, you're absolutely right.
Cake. That being said, I'm going to start out with the happy ending because I want to get this shit over with so I can decompress and smoke as much fucking weed on it out of the tallest bong I can find. 2 things. I saw that Lizzo is making a comeback. She had sort of a hard time with the online bullshit because of, I don't know, they said she treated her staff badly and she sort of dropped off for a while. But anyway, she's going to play Sister Rosetta Thorpe, who was this badass blues guitar player, could shred like Jimi Hendrix.
Dude, she's awesome. If you ever see her, some of those videos that pop up, she's amazing.
Elvis copied her. All these people copied her, worshipped her. Apparently, she's going to play her in a biopic, and she's going to do a good job. That gave me a happy ending. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I don't know who's producing it or anything.
There she is.
There you go. And then she's much thinner than that right now too. She's been on some health journey where she's lost a weight.
Ozempic?
I don't think it has anything to do with Ozempic because she doesn't have that Ozempic face. So
yeah,
you're right.
But anyway, my real happy ending is Jasmine Crockett and her language. We're always talking about Democrats need to talk a certain way, and she's from Texas. and she called Abbott Governor Hot Wheels the other day. And I got a big kick out of that because I don't give a fuck that motherfucker's got hit by a tree and he's in a fucking wheelchair. He's an evil piece of shit who sued the fucking power companies to make a bunch of money for himself when he got paralyzed, and then took that right away from everybody else that wants to sue a big corporation that gets paralyzed or hurt in an accident. He's a total piece of shit. And that's the type of language I want to start using against these fucking criminal ass piece of shit motherfuckers. He is fucking Governor Hot Wheels. I like that nickname. I'm happy she said it. I don't care that she's an elected official. Start using the language I want to hear if you want me to vote for you. It's that goddamn simple. It's as simple as that. You want my vote? Start using my locker room talk, because I'm here for it. I'm tired of all this passive. We're gonna win. I'm not resigning. I'm not going anywhere. I get senators elected. I'm done with all that crap. You can have that noise. And Jeffries, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you need to toughen the fuck up too. It's embarrassing. That's my happy ending. Governor Hot Wheels, baby.
It's a good happy ending. Uncle Bill, I'm going to give you a minute because you've kind of been struggling of late.
A little bit.
I have two. The first one is that sales in Europe of Tesla has fallen 49%. Again, they're putting their money where their mouth is, which I think is pretty awesome. The other happy ending that I have, and it's a visual. Let me put this up here. Where are my ladies? Well, we'll start with this. These ladies are part of a club. It's a new club that they've put up. Oh, there they are. And it's called Canna Moms. And I didn't realize, but we have one in St. Louis. They smoke weed pretty much every day. They abstain from alcohol. They feel that they're less stressed. They have less anxiety. They're better parents. A lot of them do microdose. They're not necessarily pulling out the 6-foot bong per se. But I was interested to find that we had one in St. Louis, which is one of the original ones.
You have a chapter in St. Louis, is what you're saying?
Yes, I think it's been here for quite a while, actually.
That's cool.
Huh. So I just thought it was kind of neat that it's not something you're hiding in the back. Here's another thing. Increasing number of mothers are choosing cannabis over alcohol, citing benefits like reduced anxiety, better sleep, which I would kill for, and enhanced parenting abilities. Now, you see kids sitting around there. That is not necessarily the thing. It's more generally they'll have a night out where they get together, no kids involved, and just blow off some steam. And and again, they're getting out there, they're socializing, etc. So very positive on all ends.
Very nice.
All right, Uncle Bill, it's go time.
Well, I did help chase down a dog that got loose today as I was walking back from getting coffee.
Okay.
So, yeah, a woman who, it turned out she was a caretaker. There's like a senior living center that I happened to be walking past, and this dog, really cute pup, he was still on his leash, but she couldn't catch him, and the dog was running towards me.
Oh.
So I kind of crouched down and was attempting to catch the dog, but he veered right out into the road, which I'm like, holy shit, I just got this dog run over. But the oncoming traffic stopped. The dog came back onto the grass to sniff some flowers, and the woman ran up and grabbed the leash, and all was well. So that was pretty good.
It's a dangerous area too with cars, so that is a happy ending.
Yeah, there's a good bit of traffic there, but yeah. So
You get her phone number, Rose?
I did not know. She was really pretty panicked. She's like, oh, my resident that I'm watching, this is her dog, and then this little old lady who was probably 90 came out. So I'm sure she was pretty shaken up and just wanted to get that dog back. Yeah.
Now the dog's up for adoption. Kidding.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't ask her for her digits, man.
She was not in a state to be giving out any digits. She looked very upset. So
there's always
what do you drink? You don't know. Damsels in distress are often excited and happy, and will just do it subconsciously. You don't know,
dude. I'm the guy that drove the dog out into the street to avoid me. So I'm like, I didn't get a kick in the face.
Well, it's all good, man. I'm glad the dog didn't get hit. I hate to see that shit.
Me too. Way to jump in there, Billy. That's community right there, buddy.
That's community. That's what we all need to do.
Absolutely.
Look out for each other.
Well, and as we always say, we would love some feedback, comment, subscribe, Let us know what's.
I don't need any feedback about the F-bombs today. Just let that shit go. I'll be better next time, Mom.
You'll be hearing from your mom anyway.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to digest that Nathan's hot dog. It's still not out of my system. So anyway, I'll be better. I'll be better on Thursday. There's too many books I'm reading. I guess the good news is I'm educating myself on.
Yeah,
I like it.
No, it's good, but
how
it's
horrible
a
you
lot.
people were.
It's a lot.
Including my Dutch half. You guys weren't the best either. But we
don't want to forget the past. It's very important moving forward.
Yeah.
Again, and it's like we've moved on, dudes. But we're not gonna just get over it. And you're not just going to erase it. We're just going to educate ourselves more and then spew more. What are you going to do? Make podcasts illegal after you take all of our guns? I mean, they're going to have to do a lot of shit.
But there's a lot of us.
A fascist country. It just doesn't happen. Boom. They can do it. I'm not saying they can't do it, but they're going to have to get rid of radio, podcast, turn every cable channel into state-run media. I mean, they got a lot of work to do, and they're incompetent.
They do, but the downside is, like we talked about, they have a lot of willing accomplices, billionaires that own TV and radio stations, that own newspapers, Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they do have a lot of
their freedom, dude. We should be threatening their freedom. If they fuck up our national security, if they start World War III, I know they're all getting pardoned. That doesn't keep them from the ICC. That doesn't keep them from criminal courts. That doesn't keep them from The Hague. And I'm here for it, and I want to hear Democrats start saying, if these guys broke international law and The Hague goes after them, fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't care that they're elected officials or cabinet members or whatever. Quit. Marco Rubio isn't qualified for this job either. He's a moron.
Linda McMahon? Come on. None of these people.
Linda McMahon, right. To dismantle stuff. You're hiring people to dismantle stuff. What? Hey, rural America.
DEI hires.
What's wrong with the Department of Education? Seriously. How much money? Come on. Do the math. Quit being gullible as people fleece you. But anyway, they're going to continue to fleece. They're going to continue to make giant mistakes. And everybody in America needs to get their asses out on the street like black people have always done during the civil rights movement for the last 100. Get your asses out there and start complaining. Make the phone calls. Do what you guys need to do.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to sit back and watch this whole thing and support the shit out of you. But I ain't getting out there until you start giving me what the fuck I want. I'll bitch about it, but we have a problem. We're pampered motherfuckers in this country. Let's face it. We were all pampered. Again, I've talked about my sports privilege. I've talked about my children's passing privilege. I've talked about my wife's white privilege. I get that some people have privilege, but there are a whole lot of people I've been fighting for my whole life because of my social worker mom and my educator father and my educator brother and my educator sister-in-law. Dude, I've been fighting for this shit my whole life, and you're pissing me off. I'm getting tired. I'm retired now. I want to go out and just have some 90s type fun where I can go into a cowboy bar and not have someone kick me with a sharpened end of their boot or some shit. Like, dude, we're just completely debased now. We have lost our minds in this country, and I don't know if it's because we had it so good, sucking up 25% of all the resources. I don't know what our deal is. Get your shit together and do better, America, or they're gonna be best, or they're gonna snap shit up. And some of us are haves, more haves than you, and some of us, and most of us are have-nots. And there's gonna be a brain drain and smart people drain, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. I got a little bit of money drain. It's gonna happen. And then what's America gonna be? Then what are you gonna do?
Well, and I hope
people be the 13-year-old kids working at the factories. All the
how's that okay? I agree.
The undocumented aren't showing up. Sorry, Ron DeSantis, with your white boots, you scared them off.
You fucking dummy.
You know, good luck with that, Nebraska, with your cattle ranches and stuff. Oof,
it's a problem. Hey, listen, it's across the board. We're not even doing weather balloons. We're coming into tornado season, but nobody wants to know. I mean, it's a laundry list of distractions.
I don't ever want to hear about how government is too big again, or how government, we need to drown it. I don't ever want to hear that shit again. You guys know how important government is now when a bunch of idiots run it and are on signal, giving out, making war plans and stuff, patting themselves
from the Kremlin.
Crap boys. Just
crazy,
stupid, man.
Well, we're going to have more of this on Thursday. Gene,
All right.
we'll try and get less riled up. Pointing
Perhaps
out
a different
facts,
strain for Thursday.
I think today was important to really stress it because we are hitting the tipping point where Trump pretends he knows nothing and his minions are destroying our country, period. End of story.
Oh, and I got one last prediction.
Yes.
For Jaden Daniels' contract, he'll have a new agent because boundaries. That's it. His mom's his agent. And she was cock blocking him the other day.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, you can't. It's getting weird now. It's getting strange.
I agree. Let the guy have some fun.
Juju's already the chick she was cock blocking is already a millionaire. For God's sake.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, my God, she's the best player in college basketball. She's a stud. Okay. She has all sorts of NIL deals, and she plays for USC, where all the money is.
Yeah.
So there was no reason to separate. Juju doesn't need her money, is what I'm saying, or his money. So my prediction is he will have a new agent for his second contract because #boundaries. Can't do that. Don't do that, moms. Don't do that shit to your kids, especially.
I agree. Let him have some fun. He's earned it, for God's sake.
Oh my God, yes. What are you gonna do? Hire him a hooker fucking once a month? I mean, my God, he's got a date. He's got to go out. Anyway,
he's got urges.
On that note,
everybody's a stage mom. Is that me?
I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Maybe I'll decide. No,
I hope so. Good seeing you guys.
B. Arthur, Marine, fucking Tangeray headset.
Come on.
Yeah.
Later.
See you guys.